We are driven by our own desire to include people. That's why we have to be more innovative. Sometimes we forget that inclusion and innovation are closely connected to each other. In the past, we thought of it as two different goals. But if you really look at it, inclusion inspires innovation.
Today is going to be on integrated marketing communication, the third P of marketing.
I joined CDP in 1983. They needed faculty people to keep sharing who are from the actual business field. A friend of mine invited me to just share my expertise with students and give teaching a try.
I was a student of the precursor of CDB, which was the CDD, Career Development Department of DLS-CSB.
I used to be a student at the Career Development Program. I was a graduate of the accountancy program way back when CDP offered a degree program in accountancy.
I set up my first business right after school. It was a bar restaurant, and I ran it for about 6 months before I discovered that I didn't know what I was doing. So since I was too early to take my master's, I had to look for a school that offers accounting primarily.
I think it's more like CDP kind of chose me in a way. Sabi nila yung that thing called tadhana. Gusto ko lang i-quote kasi when I went to CSB, I don't have any idea what CDP is all about until I became part of it.
The classes schedules were perfect. It suits what I do because it's 6 to 9, Monday to Friday. So it was easy for me to go to the office, do what I need to do, get out around 4, go to class, and then come back in the evening to settle whatever is.
Wow, I am going to replace Benilde, who was my professor during that time. So I was flattered.
When I stayed mostly in CDP because I enjoy sharing with the students. But there's something more than just sharing. I'm able to help students, but I also learn from them.
The most memorable was that when I was doing my thesis paper, of course. That was the most challenging part of my college days.
My memorable experience is whenever I meet my graduates. They're already presidents of companies, marketing managers in organizations, in big companies at that. And this makes me feel very happy.
I think most people can relate is the whole process of doing your thesis. From constructing the paper, doing the fill in the blanks, remembering what Sir Bobby Bailon said and wants to happen, and all these things, up until the final defense.
One of my most memorable that I could choose, aside from being the Smith ambassadors of the school, would be being a dean's lister.
For me, the most memorable experiences I have are when students either text me or call me and say their appreciation.
Being a dean's lister definitely inspired me more, and kumbaga masasabi ko sa sarili ko na worth it yung lahat ng ginagawa ko.
Imagine you are like taking an MBA course in college. So you learn not only from the faculty members, but also from your peers, your classmates.
Pag CDP student ka kasi, mas challenging siya. Well, working alone is already a challenge, but dun matetest yung diskarte mo?
It's not the strongest of the species that survive, but the one that is most responsive to change. We're constantly trying to change.
It gives a lot of people opportunities, most especially those that want to finish college. Because of the circumstance, they had to work early, medyo na-delay ng konti, but now that they have the capacity and the time, na doon na napapagpatuloy, which gives them a brighter future.
Hindi lang siya limited behind the four corners of the classroom. You learn more than what ordinary students would learn. And you learn from the best from the industry.
I don't know why others would call me terror. Maybe it's because of the standard which I want to impart to the students. I want excellence in the students that I handle.
I actually sympathize with working students because I was once a working student like them. I know how difficult it was to juggle between work and study.
Despite being called a terror, deep inside me I know I'm not. but if that's the way students perceive me to be, then it's okay.
The way we teach, we always try to improve the level of education. We try to come up with the newest technologies and how we can share learning with the students.
CDP started as a program for those who were not able to finish their degree. So isn't that inclusivity?
They know what a modern student who knows how to work hard, study hard, play hard. But this program definitely taught us to work smart.
We're constantly changing, trying to adapt what is out there, and trying to make sure that our product, the graduates, are really competitive enough to face the industry where they choose to.
It's innovative in a way that during that time or during our time, it was one of the few schools that actually offered classes or degrees for working students.
This makes the education different. That makes the education approach more innovative than just simple, pure education that you get from college.
There are many things in this institution that are not practiced in other schools. There are many changes that have been implemented, and that just goes to show that this institution is very flexible and knows how to keep up with the times and know how to be innovative in order to serve the stakeholders better.